Hello everybody, it's Barbon back with another video in our Let's Play series here. Today we're going to be building an automatic sugarcane farm, and I've actually kind of worked out the design here in this world instead of my usual single player world where I test things. So we're going to go ahead and head up here to the staircase that I used to have it going up there, but we're going to be covering that up. Now it goes over this way to the hole that we started digging last episode. And you can see I've built one layer just to see how many of each block I would need per layer, and just to make sure how big it's going to be. So this is what I have so far. We have 48 plants per layer. We're probably going to do 3 or 4 more layers until it's pretty high up. I want to be able to see the farm when I come in on the rail line, which is right up here. If we just head right up here, you can see the rail line goes right here, so we're only a couple blocks away from it. We're probably going to end up extending this way so that the station is like maybe here or so, instead of where I originally thought, which was going to be right here. But we'll see. I also may change the location of the train station to here. Since we're going to be covering this up, we could put it in between these two boardwalk sections. But I haven't decided yet. I want to work on the sugarcane farm today and probably get it done this episode, or at least functional. Right now, like I said, I have one layer completely finished. If we head over here, we can see where the collection chest is. This is just a simple minecart unloader. You've probably seen it before. Basically, you just have a hopper here that the hopper minecart runs over, and if it has anything in it, that'll immediately get put into this hopper. And if you want to watch here, if I put a stack of items in there, whenever there's something in this hopper here, it'll turn off this rail. So the minecart will be forced to stop on top of the hopper. And as soon as the hopper is emptied, so let's speed this up a little bit, but let's say it's, minecart's actually unloading right now, but as soon as the minecart is empty, you can see this torch came back on back here, because the comparator turned it back on, which then powers this repeater here, and then powers this block, which is connected to the rail. So pretty simple little minecart unloader. You've probably seen it, like I said, but if you weren't familiar with it before, it's super easy. Just need comparator, repeater, torch, and then 3 blocks in like a V pattern here. And then of course your hopper and your rail. You can see the cart didn't have anything in it there because nothing grew during that time, so it didn't stop. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with building the second layer here. I probably will only build 1 layer on camera, and then I'll just do the rest on my own and show the finished farm, because this does take quite a while to get this layer built. So where you see the acacia wood here, that is where our rail line is actually going to go, our track. So we're going to go ahead and put some stone brick down just so that we have a nice platform for our rail system to run on. We're just going to run it to there for now. I have to figure out the ends still so that it can all collect into one chest. But yeah, for now we're just going to get this rail line going. I'm just going to show you guys the layout, how it all works, fits together. We're going to be using Podzol as the building block for the, not the building block, Podzol as the block that the sugarcane grows on. So, just grabbing some more stone brick. Yeah, so basically, this is fully automatic, so we have observers that sit atop pistons, that whenever the sugarcane gets 3 blocks tall, whenever any of these sugarcane plants grows to 3 blocks tall, the observer will trigger a line of redstone dust that is right behind the observers that sits directly on top of the pistons there, and it'll push all the sugarcane onto the ground there on top of the Podzol, where the hopper minecart can pick it up. And behind the Podzol there's hidden water. I didn't want to have water streams going all over the place here. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started here with our second layer. This is just just a separator, I guess, between the layers, because we have some redstone going on that could interfere with the pistons if the minecart gets too close. So we're just going to put down a second layer of stone bricks. And the dimensions for this farm, each section is 8 blocks long, so it's about 17 by 17 roughly, because we have one block in the middle there where it's separated. Because I didn't want to have, like, 16 pistons going off all at once. Instead, we just have 8 at once. And that'll help with lag a little bit, especially since we're right by our base. I don't want it to be super laggy. But yeah, so right here in this middle section here is where our minecart is going to go. It's going to travel. So how I have this set up is on every separator here, you have a 3 block long powered rail section, and then the last 2 blocks on each side, the last 2 blocks on each side are powered as well. So let's just go ahead and get that set up. So again, 3 blocks here, and then over on this last little part here, just 2 blocks on the end. Build that out to the middle, and again, 3 rails, powered rails that is. And then when we get to the corners, what I do is, since powered rails can't turn, you need to have a regular rail in the corner. But right after each corner, there is a powered rail, so we keep the speed going. Okay, let's see. No, I think, yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so that's our rail system for each layer has the same one. And then we need to go ahead and power these. So I think, let me think here. Yeah, the simplest way to do that is just going to be grab some levers. You can make it more compact if you use other options, but I'm just going to go ahead and use levers because I want this build to be pretty cheap. I don't want there to be a lot of supplies involved in case you want to build this for yourself. You may not have an iron farm, you may not have an easy way to get a bunch of redstone. We get some redstone from our mob system, but it's not enough to actually make a difference. So for now, we're just going to keep these carts running. We're not going to have them stop, but I just want to demonstrate the pattern that the minecart travels in. Oh, you can see that it just got harvested there. The minecart will come by, pick it up. Yep, there you go. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna power these for now. I will eventually have it so that the minecart stops when it needs to unload, but for now it'll just keep going back and forth as long as it needs to. Okay, so let's grab a minecart. Let's put a hopper in it, and then yeah, so get that going around, and you can see it'll just travel to the other side and then bounce back. And then we're gonna get our blocks placed along here too. So right above the minecart track is where the podzol is gonna go. So we need, oops. So yeah, 8 blocks of podzol per section. That's a total of 48 per layer. So see, we got a separator there in the middle. You don't have to do the separator. You can if you want. But I'm going to actually turn off this minecart just while we're building here, and then I'll turn it back on. But you don't actually have to put the separator if you don't want to. You can just have it continuous. But like I said, I did that only so that we wouldn't have all these pistons firing at once. That would create a lot of lag whenever it did. So we need some more, what do we need? Podzol. Do I have any more? Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, and the podzol, by the way, I get pretty easily from, I grow giant spruce trees, and that actually creates podzol under it in a pretty big area. So you get a bunch of it really easily if you just grow the big spruce trees, which that's what those are for. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue to fill this in. Yeah, so there's our break, our gap right there. Another 8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, and then you also want to go ahead and put stone brick here, or any block really. You don't have to build with stone brick. I'm just doing it because I think it's a cool building block, and I have a lot of it. But yeah, so you want to go ahead and just do this. Go all over the layer here because the water is actually going to sit right on top of these stone bricks, and you don't want the water to wash away the rails or do any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, you just want to go ahead and get some more of those. Just put it on top here, and you shouldn't have to worry about it anymore after that. Okay, so as you can see, I have stone brick on the, I guess, outside side of the farm, just on the side of the powered rails there, or the regular rails anyway. You're going to go ahead and put 4 here on the corners, just fill in the corners like that. And then also put stone brick in the gaps here. So yeah, go ahead and just fill that in like that. So then once you have the gaps filled in and the corners filled in with stone brick, or your building block of choice, I'm actually doing a little bit of a decoration here where I put the, what is this, chiseled stone bricks just at the ends wherever we have that. So it just looks nice. I actually ran out, so we're gonna have to go make more of those. But I don't think I have a stone cutter up here. But yeah, as you can see, then we're gonna come in here with some what is this? Iron bars? Yeah, iron bars. Just so we can see the minecart go around. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can use whatever block here. You could even use glass or something. It might look pretty neat, or fences maybe. But I just like to see the minecart going around just so that I know it's working. And we're just going to go just on the other side that we place the stone brick, we're just going to do the iron bars. So pretty easy here. Actually, I don't think that's the right layer for these anyway. Yeah, we just want to do regular stone brick on this layer for the dividers, and it's the next layer that we add the chiseled stone brick. So go ahead and fill that in, and once you get there, now we're ready for the chiseled stone brick. So if you want to go ahead and add that, you can. If not, don't worry about it. You don't need to. Just something that looks really nice, I think. Then we're going to go ahead and put another layer of our building block. In my case, of course, stone brick. On top of these rails here, or not these rails, these iron bars. And again, you don't have to use iron bars if you don't want to. Use whatever you want for really any of this, as long as it's you know, something that'll hold water. You could even use wood if you wanted to. We shouldn't have to worry about fire at all with this build. Yeah, so once you have this layer filled in, then you're ready to actually start the redstone portion of the project. So what we're going to do for that is, sorry, I was getting distracted there. So the water is going to have to go here, but we can do some more stone brick like this, and like that, just so that it doesn't flow out or anything. I'm out of stone brick again. But anyway, you want to fill this in with water here. Alright guys, so yeah, just get water in these areas here, like I said, and then I'm just going to fill this in here with stone brick, just so we have a nice clean build. If we ever need to work on it, I like it to be nice and clean back behind the surface. So we're going to go ahead and fill all of these with water, and I'll check back with you guys after that. Alright guys, so while I wait for my pumpkins to grow up there, I'm just going to go over what the next layer is. So we got our water in here, got the podzol. Next we're going to go ahead and do a light source just so the room isn't so dark, and so that mobs won't spawn here. Sugarcane actually can grow in the dark, it won't be uprooted or anything, so if you don't want to put the lighting, you don't have to technically, but you're going to get mobs spawning in there, and that's going to be annoying. So what I'm using is just pumpkins and acacia wood. I was going to go with glowstone, and I actually just changed out the glowstone down there for acacia wood, or for pumpkins, because they go a lot better with acacia wood. But basically I'm just going up here, turning all these pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns, and then after that I'm just doing a really simple pattern. I'll show you. So I'm going from the edge here, one jack-o'-lantern, two acacia, two more jack-o'-lantern, two acacia, and one jack-o'-lantern. And that's just for every single section here. So we have 6 sections. So I'm going to need 24 pumpkins. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get these pumpkins grown, and we're going to actually fill in the edges here like we did down on the layer below. And also fill in the separators like we did down there as well. Or I guess that'd be 2 layers down, yeah. So we're going to fill in the separators, fill in the corners, just with stone brick like that. And then fill in your backing with whatever block you want, whatever lighting source you want. It doesn't matter really. For me, I just like the orange with the green. I think it looks kind of cool. So we're going to be going with that. But yeah, I'm going to check back with you guys once I have this layer here filled in, and then we'll move on to the next layer. Alright guys, so now we have all of our light sources, and this layer is actually complete. We're going to go ahead and put some glass on these blocks here. For this project I'm using gray stained glass just because it's like the most transparent of the glass blocks and lets you see in really easily. So go ahead and put a layer of that just on the edge of the platform here, and then this layer will be actually complete besides the sugarcane, which you can plant now or you can just wait until you're done here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this glass put on there, and I'll be right back. So guys, I was over at the sheep farm here just getting some dye, and I noticed our chest is like already filling up. We're already over halfway full, which that's awesome. We have like multiple stacks of each color, it looks like. So that's great. Sheep farm is working just how I wanted it to. We do want to add an auto sorter still, but yeah, this thing is really fast. We get a ton of wool from it really easily. We won't really ever need wool probably ever again, but let's just check the shears here. You can see they're all like pretty much almost brand new still, so I think it'll probably be a while until we need to refill it, which is great. Alright guys, once you have all that glass placed just on this one layer here, we're going to come back with some pistons. And I only have a little bit here, so I'm going to have to go make some more, but we just basically want to put 8 pistons per section there, so that all the sugarcane will get harvested whenever the pistons extend. I only have enough for 3 sections it looks like, but you want to go ahead and do that to all the sections. And if you did want to know exact numbers of supplies you're going to need to build this, how I am, like I said, it's 48 plants per row or per layer. So each layer you're also going to need 48 pistons. Quite an expensive build, but if you just want to do one layer, you're only going to need 48. That's only 48 iron and 48 redstone, so not too bad. We have an iron farm in this world, so it's super easy to get a bunch of iron to make pistons. But yeah, just in case you guys wanted to build this on your own, be wary that you will need a fair amount of iron, at least a couple stacks probably. So if iron is something that you aren't willing to use a lot of on this build, then this is probably not the right design for you. Me personally, like I said, I have a ton of iron, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so then this layer here is actually done, which actually is technically not, because we can go ahead and place some stone brick or whatever building block you're using along here, so that we can power the pistons whenever we have our pulse from the observers. The pistons will get powered if you put redstone dust, let me just make sure I have some here. If you put redstone dust up here like this, not the pistons, the observers are actually going to go right on top of them, facing that way. So they're going to be facing the back here, facing the back all the way along, so you can put your redstone dust right behind them and they will trigger the pistons whenever the plants grow. Okay guys, so I have all of those observers, all 48 of them, placed on top of the pistons now. Now we're just going to run along here and place 48 redstone on each layer here, of course. Just so that these pistons are triggered whenever the block is updated in front of the observer, which in this case will be sugarcane. So yeah, once you have this done, do I have any more redstone on me? I do not. I do have some more in here though, so that's good. We don't have to run back to the storage room. I've been having to run back through to the storage room between cuts, like every time now. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, I always forget things, so. Yeah, okay, so now we have, we can do one more layer of these dividers here. You can hear one of them just triggered down there below. But yeah, we're basically just, I'm covering this all in with stone brick just because I don't want mobs spawning back there, and it's a lot better than just having torches because it's a lot cleaner. But yeah, so we have that layer done, and now we're going to go ahead and install the glass. Alright guys, I'm back with some more glass now. We can go ahead and get this finished up. Just placing the sugarcane in now because we can. And then of course our 2 extra layers of glass on each one of these sections. I actually had to go find some squids, which I hadn't killed in a while, just to get some more black dye for this. I was remembering how the first time I ever killed a squid, in Minecraft is actually when I heard the soundtrack for the first time. And I had just like finished brutally murdering this squid, right? And I was like, oh hell yeah, take that, sucker. And then I was like, alright, what's this music? The music was like the most sad, like depressing music ever. It made me feel like a pile of garbage because I was like, dude, I just killed that squid and that's why the music is so bad. But yeah, just remembering that, it was kind of funny. I actually just picked up the Minecraft Volume Beta as well as the Volume Alpha on soundtrack, or on vinyl, the soundtrack albums. Got one of them as an early birthday gift, and the other one actually I pre-ordered. Heard it was coming out a while ago, so I went ahead and pre-ordered it. Pretty stoked to have both of those on vinyl. Volume Beta is actually really cool because they put the in-game music discs on vinyl, so you can now like listen to them like how you do in the game, which I'm pretty excited for. The next layer here is going to be a bit of stone brick and a bit of acacia. Had a little bit of a mishap there, fell off. So what I was saying was the layer that you guys saw when I first started recording this, where we had the acacia here, that's actually the layer that we're on right now. So if you wanted to, and you only wanted 1 layer or 2 layers or whatever, you could just stop the farm right here and you'd be done. I'm probably going to do, I think, 1 more layer because I want this to be kind of a cube shape. And we're just at the surface right now, and I want it to stick out of the surface a bit. We may do even more layers than that, but I think 3 minimum. That way we have, we have enough sugarcane plants that every harvest we get like a couple of stacks worth. I think that should be good. I'm just going to go ahead and come along here and fill in the rest of these gaps with stone brick as well. Let me see, do I have any dirt? I do not. I want to fill in that hole too, because I made that earlier when I was digging this. Yeah, I may have to actually go get more stone brick. I don't think I have enough. but I'm going to cover up this entire thing here. And then we'll be right back where we started, just with an extra layer. Alright guys, so what had happened is I actually had the unloader one block too low. That was just a bonehead move on my part. But basically you need this block to be the block above the hopper, not the one at the hopper. So that was just my fault. Like I said, just kind of a bonehead thing I did there. But let's see if we can get this thing to pick up. Let's see if we can get it to pick up some items, and then yeah, so you can see it's going to pick them up. It's going to unload those items that we just dropped, bring it down to the bottom. If we go down there, our stone bricks will be in this chest here. Let's check. Yep, there they are. Awesome. So, yep, that is basically the sugarcane farm in a nutshell. I may add more off camera, but I just wanted to show you guys that while I was building it. We really needed more sugarcane, so I'm glad I got this functional now. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for today, at least for the sugarcane farm. There's a couple small things I wanted to show you that I've been working with off camera, but then that's going to be the end of the episode. We got a lot done today with this. I'm pretty happy with it. You can see I added a third layer up there, and I'm not really sure what to do about this yet, but we will be working on that, I'm sure, eventually. There are two things really quickly right by the base here that I just wanted to show. I moved a couple of more villagers from the desert village that we started out with over there. I moved them over here to set up a infinite villager breeder, just because I think next episode I probably want to work on our villager trading hall. I've been getting a lot of good villager trades here. I set up a few. I had zombies attack some of the villagers from in there, and then I cured them. So we've got 6 of them here. I want to get a lot more. Like I said, probably 16. I think I want to do more, like maybe like 20 now. 20 or 24 villagers in a single trading hall. Maybe even 30. Just because there are a couple of extremely good trades that we can get. And the reason that iron farm right there, the reason I built that, is because there's actually a trade that you can get from these villagers. Let me turn down my sound again. It's really loud. There's actually a trade you can get from these guys, from these, they're tool workers, weaponsmiths, and armorers. You can get a 1 iron ingot per 1 emerald trade. So basically, and you can also get all the diamond tools for 1 emerald each, and the armor, and the weapons. So basically, 1 iron ingot from a farm is worth a diamond chestplate. It's worth a diamond pickaxe. That's a cute cat. Let's try to get that guy. It's worth basically any of those diamond items you want. They're all worth 1 iron ingot. So you just have to do some trading in between to get it. So I went ahead and built a second iron farm here, just because I wasn't going to do this at first, but I mean, the way that this is set up here, we can basically just use, I mean, this is 52 diamond chest plates. You know, this is 52 swords, 52 diamond pickaxes, and we can just get insanely good trades that way. And then also, that's not the only good trades that there are. Some of these other guys here, so I got a mason here. We can get bricks from him, and then we can also trade stone for emeralds, which is a really good trade. And we can also get quartz blocks and quartz pillars and terracotta, so that's cool. And then I also have two priests here, and they have the rotten flesh trade, and they also have bottle of enchanting and ender pearls. We can get glowstone, lapis, and redstone from them, all for just 1 iron ingot each. So that's great. Well, this is 25 rotten flesh, but the other ones are just 1 iron ingot each after the trade from iron to emeralds. So also super OP and easy. Probably get a bunch of these guys, and we can get a bunch of bottles of enchanting to get tons of XP really easily. Then I also have a fisherman here who trades string for emeralds. You know, or there's jungle boat for emerald. That's a pretty good trade too. So basically, yeah, we have like really good trades that we can do. And I just wanted to show that I had built this, and I had built the villager breeder there. Just because I'd probably forget to show it, and then you guys would be like, why is there another iron farm? So Yeah, we have 2 now. I need to plant some trees. We'll probably do like a beautification episode pretty soon where I go around and clean up the area, get rid of all these Enderman messes they made, plant some trees, make the woods look a little bit nicer. But yeah, I think for today that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, take care and bye bye.